brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Feeling like I can't miss. Baby, it's all in the wrist. You really wanna be the boss, it's expensive. Ain't the real champ if you never defend it. Put in that work, I'ma make them remember. I just broke down hella trees, yelling timber. Stand in the line, they put me in the center. It blow their mind when they see how I'm winning. Went back and doubled up, now you in trouble. My all hustle, my diamonds are huddled up. TGOD got this off the muscle. That's me about my life, man, I love it, I love it. Got so many rings, I need room for another one. Been through the pain, now it ain't no more struggle.
It seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52, and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium. Ahead will decide the second.
I'm the best, I'm the best, and I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best, and I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. For the bank and they know I'm in prison. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking no from my who ain't heavy. I'm the best, and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's falling. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching the but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call it. Working big and it don't hurt the break, cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time he lead a know it, Mr. Know I got him running to it. I'ma need to pull the mail before we talk.
But seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52, and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium. Ahead will decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Burrow looking to pass. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that, you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
The tackle by Nakobe Dean.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off. A pretty decent game.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Walker. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. And that is incomplete.
That's a little grab in, a little hand fighting, but any means necessary on 3rd down. He's able to get the job done in the secondary. That's what that one allowed.
Forward on 4th. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have the Vikings first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now on 2nd and 13. Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They're such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to hold that one until he was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Daniel Carlson on for the field goal. Remember, he was drafted and released by the Vikings. From the right hash, this from 53. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in the playoffs. Off of play action. Here's Smith. He's airing it out for Williams. And he's got it inside the 10. A big play there for Minnesota. 51 yards. Long developing route there on the post corner, but it was worth the wait.
It certainly was. I love the way you described it because you do have to sell the post. Usually a couple of steps towards the middle of the field in order to get the defender to turn his hips. And then he breaks off towards the corner, and off he goes. Well executed.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
2nd and goal from the 1. Smith throwing again. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Jamison Williams, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Vikings are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. On second and very short, Burrow. And going deep for Hill. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Burrow going to keep it on the sneak. And he is going to have a Lions first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This time, Burrow will look to throw. Going for the deep ball. He's got a man complete. A big play there for Detroit. 54 yards. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Here's Walker. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Burrow will throw. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal. Now it's Burrow. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Well, the defense tries to back a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. 2nd down, here's Mostert again. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And that will be incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
Here's A.J. Cole now as his first zone. Fielded at the 43. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Shaquille Leonard coming in from that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Here we go. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend on the punt. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge. Because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see if this one continues.
I don't think anyone will argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
He's airing it out for Williams. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. In the 2nd quarter already, his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. This one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25. Here we go. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down. And they may be going backward here. That one's on the former Patriot, Joe Tooney. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. That one complete to Hill. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Give that sack to the Kobe Dean. The Vikings going to signal for the 1st of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
On 1, ready?
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Quick slant, complete to Turner. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Burrow. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
On 1, ready?
Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Burrow. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now that's 2 big catches that he's had on this drive alone.
And I can hear it right now. If they give him a 3rd to him, whoever does that, go stand on the other sideline. You're persona non grata on our team at that point.
On 1, ready?
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Tyreek Hill taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Lions have cut it back within a score. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10.
Makes the score Vikings 14, Lions 10.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
And Smith's throw into the hands of Fan. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Smith's throw taken in by Watkins here. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. He's airing it out for Williams. He's got his man. It's taken in for the Viking touchdown. Jamison Williams is holding a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Here we go.
Working with a 2nd and 3. They'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw again. They're going deep for Hill. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Very limited time left to get in the field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
Down. Here's Joe Burrow. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of
2 ticks left here in the half. On is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. And how about this laid out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with us.
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Vikings. Jameson Williams, 50 yards. And the Vikings continue to show the pace to play ahead of the postseason as they add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And yet again, he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. Play action. It's Burrow. The Vikings after him, and they get there for a sack. Aaron Donald, his second sack of the night.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustration, don't you think?
Yeah, bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. They'll go for it. Burrow. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he is going to have the Lions first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And this one is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. They're going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
They complete it to Hill. And he's going to come up a few yards short at first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Burrow going for it on fourth. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Lions turn away on fourth down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. Rolling to his left. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Vikings are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Charles, I know you appreciate seeing this great defense, especially with the heightened intensity of the postseason. These two defenses, they have risen to the occasion to force back-to-back interceptions.
You know me well, Brandon. I always stand with my fellow defenders. And I love watching them make plays, and you nailed it. It's playoff time. This is when it matters most.
They find some open field here.
And this will be a Vikings first down as he gets this up past the 30.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in the running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. I don't want to take too much away from his performance throwing the football. He's got the 4 touchdown passes, but this now a 2nd interception of the ball game.
And, partner, part of what's gotten him the 4 touchdowns is a certain fearlessness. But that fearlessness borders with recklessness, and the latter just occurred.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
We're glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive. We couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Here we go. 11 MT.
Here we go on 4th down with Burrow. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Running the counter with Mostert. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 53 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through.
And this is caught, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jamison Williams, 34 yards. The Vikings will add the lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Tucker now to add the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, he's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Burrow on play action. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Past the 20. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled in.
Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is...
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Geno Smith scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Vikings are moving closer to a day now AFC Championship game as they're able to extend this fourth-quarter lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Burrow throw.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring it down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
And now here's another interception. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted.
Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
Trotty. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Fourth quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that...
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
63 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. Now a play fake, and it's Smith.
He's got his tight end Fant. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it, and it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them.
Throwing now, Smith.
He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
We've always talked about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sideline or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
So they stay